for fighting. Read the title. Saturday night's alright for fighting. Yeah. Ignore that. No, but it is, for many different reasons. You could say Friday night's alright for fighting, or Saturday night. It's apparently the best undercard of all time for the boxing tonight. But Saturday night's alright. When Bradford City are winning consistently at home, 9 home league games have been won on the bounce for the first time since the 1952-1953 season. That's 13 home league wins throughout this season, which is the most since 2015-16 at least, pretty sure. And we've only lost 1 home league game since March. So that's 11 months with only 1 league game that we lost, and that were 2-1 defeat to Doncaster on my birthday weekend. Unbelievable. So Saturday night's alright, I suppose, but obviously for fighting. But Friday night's alright for fighting, like I said. We all saw it last night on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, if you're not, you will be one of the people who say Twitter's for twits. I suppose I am one of them. But we all saw it. I don't need to mention names. Thomas Gaddon's City event. They might well be on the undercard tonight, the best undercard of all time, because the sort of fighting that they were putting up was a great one to watch. I can see both sides, and we all have our opinions, don't we? No, I can see both sides, and it's always a shame when you see two people in such a big area of the Bradford community come at walls, fight at arm's length with each other. It is always a shame. But at the end of the day, like I said, I can see both sides, and hopefully it just respectfully narrows out. But yeah, social media, who'd be on it? No, of course, I could also be on the undercard for this week. I could be fighting all the blue noses. Come at me, I'll fight you off, every single one of you, every 2,200 of you. Although obviously your Neils and your whoever else comments out the hair, they're not scouting advantage. Welcome into this space. Not you lot. The blue noses specifically. I'll come at them all. I'm sure there'll be a few, just looping about trying to see how my life's going. It's going great for your interest. How did you get on today at the 12:30 kickoff? No. Yeah. How about that? So, I take them all on, honestly. I've got the last laugh. My mouth is beaming from one side to the other. Not at the minute, because I can't do a fake smile. But deep inside, it is beaming. And I have to say, it was great to look at the comments, because I don't take myself seriously. And it's only words, and words are all I have. It's only words, basically. And obviously Boyzone, the documentary, what I'm sure we all have our opinions on that. I don't like them. That's my opinion. End of. Full stop. End of comma. Good night. Not good night. Keep going. So yeah, I don't like them. But yeah, definitely food for thought on that undercard. I think it would be fantastic, and that would be the best undercard of all time. Rangers Bantams v 2,000 Blue Noses, Zulus, and City Event v Thomas Gadd. I think that would be fantastic. Can we get it on at Valley Parade for the last game of the season, half-time entertainment? I think that would be absolutely fantastic. But the game in question was Bradford City v MK Dons, and what a fantastic result it was. What a fantastic performance it was. Not from MK Dons. They was woeful. They were the worst team that have come here this season, and Morecambe have come here this season. Carlisle have come here this season. They are the worst team. The football that was on show was like Mark Hughes, but worse and more extreme. I mean, their goalkeeper, the amount of touches he had was probably more touches than Gino De Campo has committed on the ITV studio shop floor. Unbelievable. Sideways, backwards, boring, pedestrian, sleepy, ballerina, tippy-tappy nonsense football. I can't be doing with it. But I can when Bradford City were up against it, and we're making the most of it. 2 goals came from it. I mean, it is quite funny that the only time that they actually went long from a goal kick and from their goalkeeper was when we scored our second goal to put the game to bed. And that's because if you're going to be playing out all the time, you then decide to go long, which they did all the time. You're then not going to win the first ball, and you're going to be short in numbers for the second ball because you're not prepared for it. You haven't worked on it. And we ran them ragged in midfield. Smallwood had a fantastic game again, picking up the pieces, winning the balls, winning the battles. Patterson, for the 30 minutes we were on the pitch, ran his socks off again and were very influential. Sarcevic with his 2 goals, really composed finishes. Obviously, the second one, he's took it round the keeper almost. Could have hit it first time, could have panicked, but takes it in his stride. And then the first one, that is a striker's finish. It's a Premier League striker's finish. It's unbelievable. I think the keeper could have probably come out a bit quicker, but it's the pressing. It's Mellon winning the ball. If he didn't get alerted and get straight onto that man, I'm not sure who it was. I don't know if it was Sam Sherrin, but whoever it was, it's terrible defending. And but at the end of the day, we profited from it, and that's all I care about. Great win by Mellon. Falls to Sarcevic, who's in the trap position. We're trying to trap them when they're playing out. You know, get one man on the centre back, the other one on the centre back pushing towards the goalkeeper, and Sarcevic is in that position. The ball breaks free, he lets it come across his body onto his right foot, and he just slots it into the bottom right hand corner, Henry-esque, without a care in the world, and it makes it so simple. And it's 2 really good goals from how structured we are, how disciplined we are, how much of a team we are. The bond that we're creating between the players and the manager, but that's funneling into the stands. We're becoming a real unit, a togetherness. Alexander after Newport said we're a real brotherhood, echoed that against Birmingham, and we're just a real together group, and we have a real connection. The players are connected to the manager to the fans, and it's just this big circle that we haven't had since Phil Parkinson, maybe 16, 17, Stuart McCall. It's not been there, and this is a special group. Because MK Dons aren't an easy team, although, that game was poor. They have got a fantastic group, and it's probably down to confidence. They've got ability in that squad. They've got Dan Crowley. They've got many talented players that I would have wanted us to go and get in the summer. But it's down to dressing room, atmosphere, confidence, and the manager. I mean, I don't know if it's a bit true, but someone in the stands, said something to Scott Lindsay, and he basically said, in polite terms, because kids will watch this content, we're rubbish, basically. I think you all know what he said. It begins with S and it ends in E. Or it might have been T, but I know you definitely know what I mean. And that's if that was a Bradford City manager saying that to the away fans, you'd be disgusted, and rightly so. And apparently he's the best manager in the league. What nonsense. MK Dons, work nonsense. Can't be doing with them. The fans, they ain't got any, none to speak of. And the manager enables the team to play that type of football. Regressive nonsense. It's terrible, and we profited from it, so I can't be happier. Another clean sheet, defence, broader unit. Don't look like conceding at the minute. They're just winning every duel, winning every battle, and really composed on the ball. I mean, Baldwin's long balls were sensational to Brad Holiday at times. It just took out the whole MK Dons press, if there was a press, and we just got him behind so many times. It could have been 4 or 5. We had so many good chances that we didn't put away, and 2-0 probably flattered MK Dons. It was a professional performance with real creativity, the grit that we've been showing, and the defensive solidity, and it had a lot of everything, that performance, and it were really comfortable. You don't want to say too much when you're in your seat, but it was such a comfortable performance. The referee was a subject of matter, and what a pillock he turned out to be. Another one. DFL continue to have these referees, and I said it against Newport, there will be another one next week, and the referee who refereed us against Newport will have had another big game in League 2 this week. It's what happens. They're all useless, so don't moan about them. And to be fair, the penalties, I know I've been come across as very sensational this last week, but I'll be genuinely balanced here. I don't think that none of the penalties particularly were. I think they all were soft. The MK Dons one again. He's a left wing back. He's felt a bit of confidence. He's felt a bit of confidence. Well, he didn't have any throughout the game. He also handballed it, and he tripped over his own feet and kicked off his own shoe during the game. Number 66, person sat next to me, he said he's number 66 for a reason, and that is that. I don't even know his name. So the number 66, that is. That summed him up. But he felt a bit of contact, went down, referee didn't buy it. That was after him not buying ours from Callum Johnson, a right-sided centre-back who can play as a right wing-back. Also felt a bit of confidence, felt a bit of contact and went down. And that sort of those sort of penalties, you either get them on the day or you don't. And I'm glad the referee decided not to give MK Dons one. If he's consistent with it, I don't have too much of a problem, and he was. And then Sarsevic's one, he leans into the man. To me, that's not a penalty. He sort of leans in, wanting the contact. So I thought they were all quite soft, and on another day we might get them. On another day, like today, you don't. I don't think they were too blatantly obvious, like the decisions that went against us against Newport. But throughout the game, he was a complete prat, and it's Sebastian Stockbridge, so why are we all surprised? Why are we surprised at all? So, yeah, great win by those Bantams who are climbing up the table. Unfortunately, results didn't really go our way. Off the top of my head, I remember Wimbledon drew. Donny got another red, back-to-back reds. They just got a win against Accrington. Walsall obviously won in the early kick-off. Crewe also in the early kick-off won 3-0. I'm not too bothered about either of them, to be honest. And then Port Vale got an hour win against Salford. So it is looking very tasty, and that's all you can ask for. Competition, excitement, all to play for, and every game's a cup final. 14 games left to go. I said after Birmingham 15 cup finals, where we've just won another one. On to Tuesday night, can we get another win against an informed Bromley side? They've won the last 3 with 3 clean sheets, but against 3 teams who are below them. So it is going to be an interesting game, and hopefully we can get another win. But if we can't, I'll take a point. I think we've really got to get behind them. Everyone going to Bromley, credit to you on a Tuesday night to go that way. It's a great effort. So get behind them. I want to hear your vocal cords popping out. And then same for every game now. We've got to really back them, because they're backing us with the performances. We've got to back them with our chance, and we need to get some new ones as well. I've seen a few floating around. These players are putting everything into getting over the line. I haven't seen grit like this from a Bradford City team since 2016, and I was 10 or 9. So that says everything you need to know. So let's get behind them in this final push. Let's keep getting those wins. Let's keep getting behind Alexander, the man who's got 30 wins out of his 62 games. The other manager to get that, well, the last manager to get that amount of wins in that amount of period was Dolan. I want to say Terry Dolan, who was quite a successful manager for us, who got us to the Championship playoffs in 87-88, didn't he? So, yeah, what a great man Alexander is, and definitely the best manager since Parky. And if we can go up, he's definitely doing big things for this football club. So let's get behind him. And if you don't know, Adramola, Critchlow and Pattison all went off with slight knocks continuing from Birmingham. Neither of them are doubts for Tuesday, so that's massive news for us. Although I expect none of them to start. That's the competition we've got going into Tuesday's big game against Bromley. So let me know your thoughts on today's 2-0 win against MK Dons in the comments down below. Like the video if you did, subscribe if you're new. We've just reached 800 subscribers. Thank you very much for your support. So now we're on the road to 900. And then we're on the road to 1,000. 3 years this month I've been doing it, so thanks very much for your support. It's massively appreciated. And thanks to Birmingham fans, because the bedhead is still alive and well. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.